So one early morning, I was, surfing the pages that I love to frequent, especially over the weekend. And I think it was about Sunday morning. And what happens is Gay Magazine, shout out to Gay Magazine. They always have really amazing posts. They make you think, they make you comment, they make you feel, and it's an amazing thing. Well, Gay Magazine posted one of Ty Smokey's posts. And in the post, it was her standing there. And she's identified as a member of our community. So if you don't know what community is, Google it. But anyway, she's a member of our community. Hello, Gay Magazine. All right, I'm not going to belabor the point. So anyway, in this particular video clip, Ty was standing there and she was getting ready, like her grandmother's voice was in the background and saying, hey, Ty, baby, I'm going to take you to church kind of thing. And she's like, all right, Grandma, I'm fine. And she said, well, go put on what I put out for you, laid out for you. Now, Ty, in the video, she has on a baggy white t-shirt. She has on her jeans. She has on her kicks. And she's ready to go as she is. And then the voice says, go put on what I got for you. And when she comes back out, I lie to you not, it was a floor-length dress. And Ty, being an actor, she was able to portray the emotion of not wanting to be in that dress. Though her grandmother was like, oh, you look amazing. And now we're ready to go. And this is that and the other. So get this. It didn't trigger me, but it caused me to comment. And I was like, guys, this isn't funny. I was like, this isn't funny. I was like, so many young people, including myself, have been placed in that situation where we want to show up as as ourselves, and that we can kind of take on the world when we're in our own armor. And when somebody puts us in another, a suit that we don't know how to defend or protect in, that's usually when we incur the most damage because we're not in our own armor. So that was a nice way of saying it. But on the page, I was like, listen, this ain't funny. I know too many people that have gone through this. This ain't cute, da, da, da. So people were conflicted. I had some people saying, yeah, Queen, yeah, that's not funny. A lot of us have lived through that. And, I'm like, we need to change this. It needs to be better. And thank God Ty was reading the comments. So I kind of stopped talking to everybody else and Ty chimed in. And when I tell you, I immediately wanted to sit down and have a conversation with Ty, with you, because even your way of explaining, like there was no ego, there was no offense, there was nothing. I could at that moment, I knew you were in the business. I knew, because you really, you just took it with a grain of salt and you were like, listen, Queen, you were like, listen, I make relatable comedy. And I made this because I knew that it would be relatable. And you told me, you said, listen, that wasn't even my grandmother's voice. It was me impersonating my grandmother. And then you went on to say, my grandmother is a Christian, God-fearing woman, and she loves and fully accepts me for who I am. So now, mind you, we're having this whole conversation in Gay Magazine's comment section. So then I was like, oh, wait a minute. Like it brought something amazing, and something amazing happened, which is why I was like, oh, we need to talk on my platform. So that's how Ty Smokey got here. So Ty, I want to open up first of all and say, like you said, I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you were open enough to sit down with me. You may not have been familiar with my content. I'm this social media bitch. I run around. I got a big mouth. I'm opinionated. But I more so try to create content that's uplifting, inspirational. So I'm just so thankful that you agreed to sit down with me so that we could, talk about this, talk about what you do, because we started to have a conversation after that, but I'm going to bring you up to speed as we talk. So Ty, okay, tell everybody, what was it like to create, because you told me, but what was it like to create that piece of content and then have the internet run with it and get posted by Gay Magazine?
Well, it started off like I don't own any dresses. I threw all my dresses away when I turned 18.
Uh-huh.
And so I went upstairs, I got my little sister's dress and I put on her shoes and I was like, okay, this will be funny. And my first thought was I wanted like an older dress because I started off comedy doing this skit called Grandma Maddie. And I used to wear this dress from like the 70s, running around acting like a grandma. So, that's where the grandma voice come from.
Right.
So anyway, I was like, nah, I'm just gonna take this dress. I just want to hurry up and get this over. Because sometimes I get lazy with skits at times. I really do. So I'm like, oh, I just want to get this over, but I have to. So I do it. Didn't expect it to blow up. So I go back to it. Got 11K. They got 15. They got 20. I'm like, oh, 100K. Okay. Then when I seen it at almost 1 million, I was like, finally hit 1 million on Instagram by myself. Okay, because I've done it before with someone else, but I was like, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm real nonchalant. Like it takes a lot to get emotion out of me. So, once I started to read the comments, it was like 50-50. It was like, okay, I opened up the door for the community. Like, hey, y'all see what, even though this is comedy, this is a real story. Even though it's never happened to me ever. But this alarm off.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Okay. So, so anyway, it opened up a door and then it was another side that was like, well, put that dress on, you're a girl. And I'm like, whoa. Well, so it was kind of like it was pros and cons to it. And then in my head, I'm like, maybe I should have worn the dress, the 70s dress. It would have been pure comedy. Because most of the comments with the, oh, put that dress on, you're a woman, you're a female, were coming from men. And it was mostly men that found attractive. Yeah, because other guys that didn't care and respected it, it was like, I mean, I don't see no problem with it. You look good either way. So it's like,
yeah.
But just so to think up, since, to hear from the horse's mouth, I never wanted to be, I don't think I am a man. I am a lesbian. That means I like the same sex. So, I enjoy being feminine. Like when I do go to church, I would wear like a turtleneck with the women's dress pants. Like that. Like I like the feminine look because I'm a woman. Like I like that I'm pretty and all of that stuff like that. So I just want to clear that up because folks, they like to get in your head and do way too much. But yeah, so that's really where
1 million, over 1 million hits.
Yeah.
And that was so funny because like as we were talking, you were saying to me, I do relatable comedy. It's supposed to be something that we have experienced. It's supposed to draw those emotions out of us to remember where we came from. And, some of the comments were saying, sometimes when you're going through situations like that, all you can do is laugh. I did see the comments like that. And I was like, well, you're right. But I was like, a lot of us didn't laugh, but, but now I get it. Like, I get it. Like, because like once you told me I do relatable comedy, I got it. But, I don't look at your joke as being offensive. At first I felt bad because listen, you're an actress. So, and the whole word is actor. So you're an actor. So what I was going off of was the transference of energy I was getting when you stepped out of that room and had that dress on. I felt for you because that was the energy that you were portraying. That was the character that you were portraying. So you did your job. Because I felt for the person, the character that you were playing. I was like, oh my God.